This illustration deals with field markings. NEC 110.24, A is in Apple, informational note 2. And the purpose of change, this is a new informational note that the code panel added to advise that the values of available fault current for use in determining appropriate minimum short circuit current ratings at service equipment are available from utilities and published or other forms. So many times what this purpose of change is saying, we go to the utility to get the available short circuit at their point of delivery. Now, for example, let's I would like first to talk to you about the information to the left top side of the electrical equipment. And notice what it says in the first bullet. 480, 277 volt, 3-phase, 4-wire, 60 hertz, 2,000 amps horizontal bus. Short circuit ratings is 64,000 amps per 110.24A. Now, the utility said that's what it is to there, or we figured it from their point of delivery the engineer has to that point. Second, the available short circuit current is 48,850 amps. And the date this was calculated was the 1st and 1st of 20. Again, 110.24A requiring this. Third, we want to review, in my opinion, the informational notes 1 and 2 to 110.24A for the requirements we're fixing to go over in the notes. Notice the label. That's 110.16. So what this points out is that our equipment is rated for 64,000 amps, say, and we only have 48,850 hitting it, so we have plenty amps to interrupt that available short circuit current that would be delivered there. And then reviewing next the notes, we'll start with note 1 to the right-hand side of the equipment up at the top. And this is for arc flash hazards analysis, information, and available fault current values. See NFPA 70E, and that'd be 130.5D as in dog, an exception, and that lines up with 110.24A informational note, which says the clearing time of the overcurrent device based upon the available short circuit current and the amount of time it takes the circuit breaker to clear it. That definition for arc flash analysis, you'd go to 70E to get that. This calculation that we see here to the left, the middle one, that talks about 48,850, then we would calculate that by 110.24A. And now let's look at note 2. The calculation should be documented and made available to whom? Well, authorized to design, install, inspect, maintain, and operate the system. It has to be available to those folks. And 3, values of the available fault current can be obtained from the utility where the utility is willing. That parentheses information. Sometimes it's hard to get that from a utility, but we need to know that to accurately put our label here, what that available short circuit is. Note 4, for identification of the disconnecting means, see NEC 110.22A. And you know, that deals with usually disconnects, it disconnects appliances and so forth, that type of equipment. And then 230.70 and through 230.72 is at the service equipment itself where we identify. And then 408.4 deals with a directory for branch circuits, feeders, and things like that, which on into the presentation, we'll talk about that a little bit more.